Hey everyone, it's Kimber Schaefer here with Rage in the Cage OKC News, and it is that time again. Fight night is just around the corner. Rage in the Cage 58 coming your way April 27th. That's at Sugarcreek Casino, and this guy, Zachary Bradshaw. I just found out a few minutes ago you were obviously making your name known here, and you are going to be on this card fighting at 205. You are now 3-0. All three fights so far have been first-round victories, dominant victories for you. So you are going in for another win, obviously. How are you feeling at this moment?
I feel really good. Like you said, all three wins were first-round knockouts. I haven't gone over 2 minutes yet. Weight's coming off way easier than the last times. I finally got my diet dialed in. I'm eating regularly, and I feel really good.
Well, and you and I have done this interview before, but those of them out there that haven't seen you before or heard of you, tell me a little bit about where you train and why you got into MMA in the first place.
I train at Prodigy Jiu-Jitsu right now. Just a bunch of great guys up there. Coach is awesome. He'll be fighting on this card as well. I was a big wrestler in high school, so I figured after high school, didn't really have the money to go to college, so I wasn't ready to stop competing yet. So I figured I was going to give this a shot, and I fell in love with it.
Kind of the natural progression.
It sure is. You see a lot of wrestlers come into it. So,
well, sounds good. And another big part of your life right now, obviously, is your son Liam. Rage in the Cage 57. We had a fundraiser for your son, and he's fighting a battle for his life. And I know that he watched his dad that night in victory, and I just remember seeing that huge smile on his face.
Oh yeah, it was great. My wife was telling me that the entire time I was in there, he was just yelling, "Get him, get him, get him, get him, go daddy!" So it was really awesome, to have him there. I think he's my good luck charm, so I think I'm gonna have him there from now on. It's just really exciting. He's got stage 4 terminal bone cancer, so he's got a limited amount of days. We don't know quite how many he's got, so we're just gonna cherish it until that day comes.
I look at you, and as I'm like fighting back tears every time I talk to you, I see such strength in you and your wife, and even in Liam, who has to know, the battle that he has on his hands. So how do you live every day in strength and not in the sorrow? And
we look at it, as if, we could be angry and miserable and dwell on the fact that, this battle he's probably going to lose eventually, but, that wouldn't get us anywhere. So if we can look at it as, taking it one day at a time, and just cherishing, what time he does have left, and just having fun, creating great memories. We've taken him places that we would have never gone if he wasn't battling, and it's a blessing and a curse because we were able to make those memories, but in the background is because, he's got this illness, so we just cherish every single day, and just take it one day at a time.
I think your family and, families like yours that have dealt with such a mighty blow with a medical diagnosis that's scary for their child, I think it serves a lesson to all of us to really, like you said, cherish those days, and not because you have somebody that you love that has a terminal illness, because, God put us on this earth to cherish those days. And we spend so much time allowing that turmoil and the tough times that we face to take over our day to day, and we don't enjoy it. So have you really, has this changed you as a person?
It has. It's made me more motivated, watching him, go through chemo and whatnot, and just always having a smile on his face, even whenever we could tell that he wasn't feeling good, it motivated me to, lose the weight that I needed to lose, to get in here and fight, and so he could see me achieve one of my dreams before he went. And it's just, it's been a big motivator.
Do you have other children?
I don't know, just the one.
Oh, man, I know that's hard. So we will turn the page now, and we'll kind of focus a little bit on your fight career. But I don't ever feel like I want to do an interview with you and forget that sweet guy. And so even though I know that it's hard, it's got to be hard for you. It's hard for me to talk about something like that because we don't always have the right words. And sometimes I don't want to, say something wrong. So, but I do want to know about you and, the progression of your career. And, obviously the natural progression was you were a wrestler in high school. You had a lot of achievement in that. This is kind of the second phase of that. You're obviously making waves in the MMA career with, the 3-0 that you have right now on your record and first round victories. So where do you see yourself? I mean, like you said, you've been motivated now. So what's the big picture?
This is going to be my last fight at 205. After this, I'm going to drop to 185. I've got one other fight coming up as well that I've got booked for that. After that, if I win both of these, unless somebody offers me a title shot, I'm considering going pro. Making that transition and all that, and just trying to climb as high as I can.
Well, sounds like a really good plan that you have there. Talk a little bit about your gym and how you landed at Prodigy as well.
I landed at Prodigy about 6 months ago. I had a falling out with my last coach. He was wanting to go, a different direction than what I was ultimately wanting to go. So we kind of decided to part ways and everything. And I've known Tyler since I was in middle school. And, I've trained with him before and everything. So I went up there and he opened his door to me. There's a bunch of great group of guys up there. Tyler's a really good coach. He's helped me progress tremendously in the short amount of time that I've been with him. And I think you guys are going to see that on the 27th.
Well, I'm excited about your fight as well as Tyler's going down on April 27th. Any other last words before we wrap it up, or any sponsors or shout outs?
No sponsors yet, but they'll be coming. So.
All right. Well, with your record, I would imagine. So, hey guys, you can get tickets here, obviously, from Zachary Bradshaw, any other fighter on the card, or at stubwire.com. Don't forget to join us on Friday, April 27th at the Sugarcreek Casino for Rage in the Cage 58.